So ADHD is when the default mode network and the task positive network are competing with each other. Those are two modes of operation of your central nervous system. The default mode network is for self-reflection and analyzing past and future and planning and stuff like that. That's your internal. And then your task positive network, when that's fully activated, you're in flow state and you don't think. But if your salience network, the salience network is like the router or the task switcher. That's what decides if the task positive network or the default mode network is active. If the salience network is atrophied or unused or corrupted or whatever, then you're not able to switch between TPN and DMN modes. And so they'll compete with each other for resources and they'll run at the same time. Man, it's crazy how easily he distracted and think about nothing. I'm still listening to. Oh, are you talking about your demon? Yeah. Because if you're focusing, you're in like the task positive network, that's what's active. But if the default mode network doesn't get shut down, because there's the TPN and the DMN are supposed to be anti-correlate networks. They're not supposed to operate at the same time because the brain doesn't have enough energy to run both. So if they're both running at the same time, you have them like fighting with each other. And that's what creates all the ADHD. Yep. So think of it like a muscle. You have to practice. You have to practice watching yourself and observing yourself like you're doing now. Like observing how easily you get distracted, and you do that without judgment. And the more and more you do that, the more you're strengthening your amygdala and you're strengthening your salience network. And then you're reclaiming control over your mind and your body. And that will actually eventually cure your ADHD and your bipolar and your anxiety and your depression and any number of other psychological issues. Yeah, right. So you have to understand that there is only the moment. Anything that you think of outside of the now moment is a distraction because it's not here. It doesn't matter. I mean, planning can be helpful sometimes. Like if you have to meet with somebody at a certain time, like tomorrow or something, that's important. But you only focus on that long enough to schedule an appointment with them or do whatever. Make sure you set an alarm so you don't forget. And then you just go back in, you pull yourself back into the now and you just like ground yourself in your senses. You can try to maybe smell something, taste something. You can listen to see if there's sounds around you, like birds chirping. And this gets into the reticular activating system. That's your RAS. That's a filter. The RAS, yes, it's your, yeah, Pablo Joe says it's your ego that gets distracted. Yes, your ego is your default mode network. That's what your ego is. And so the default mode network, when it's hijacked, that's what is actually a demon. So that's Satan. And I know this is hard for some people to hear, or a lot of people to hear, but when your default mode network is corrupted, that's Satan, because idle hands do the devil's work. So your default mode network is the devil when it's corrupted. But once it's reclaimed, it becomes a daemon or a daimon, which is an automated background process, and it's meant to serve you. That's the proper operation of the default mode network. And that's the book I'm working on now, is the Angels and Demons book. Here, I'll show you guys the cover that I got for it. Let's see. So here's the cover of the book, The Biology of Spirits, Decoding Angels and Demons as Modes of the Central Nervous System. So that's the book cover. So all the angels and demons are you. They're not external entities. They're operating inside your central nervous system in your own biology. And until you have reclaimed your temple, your avatar, your biology, it's running you. You have to run it instead of it run you.